everyone? Welcome to our final match of the series between Team Minerva versus Team Doomgaze, FieryBlizzard versus Tybalt2010. I am joined in the booth by Juicy Loot. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, Saberwolf. Thanks. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic on this game 3 of the 3-game series of the Warring Triads competition. This is the first time we've actually had a full team versus team kind of collaboration through the series. And we got two big hitters, not from the Final Fantasy VI community, really from the Final Fantasy IV, which I know you're very familiar with.
Final Fantasy IV? Me?
Yeah, a little bit.
I've played it a few times. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a bit of an idiot, so every few months I replay any of the Final Fantasies, and I've completely forgotten everything.
Oh no!
Which makes me perfect for commentating this.
All right. Well, in the blue corner we have FieryBlizzard, who is 8-0. They're pretty much cemented themselves as the MVP of this Warring Triads tournament series, and we have Tybalt on the other side, another member of the Final Fantasy IV community. They are 4-4. They have held their own. They've beaten FieryBlizzard in other matchups and such, but we'll see how they fare in the Final Fantasy VI realm.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still we got a couple just like amazing racers here, and it's very, very truly anyone's game. So, gonna be an awesome match. I'm so excited.
All right. Well, the flag is dropped for them. Of course, we're on a little bit of a delay, so we will see them pop up here in just a second. But we are running on the Doom seat set. So one thing you know about Doom, you need to find big sticks and hit bad people with them. So that's the plan.
Just like in real life.
Yeah. So right now we're looking at a Shadow. Again, Tybalt is on a slightly longer delay. Shadow and Setzer is our two punter members. We do start with only 2 members of this party, though.
And let's see what they got. Ooh, Sketch and Rage. And now, at the get go, anyone with Rage has like comes with like a few rages already, correct?
Yeah, they come with about 20 or so rages that they could choose from. One other note with Rage, though, is that there is a bug in this game where if a character has Rage, that will disable Atma. So there will be no Atma available for that Rage user. If it was a natural user like Locke or Celeste or Terra, they would not be able to use that weapon anymore because it does crash the game, unfortunately. But we do see Genji armor early on, some couple pairs of earrings, so that's kind of cool. There is a penalty to magic, though.
Penalty? What's that? What's the penalty?
There is a negative 10 magic power penalty, but the runners do get a plus 20 vigor as compensation. Which, again, going back to the conversation we had before the match, find big sticks, hit things with big sticks. So we're looking for Illuminas, Ragnaroks, the Atma weapon, Valiant Knife, stuff like that.
Or even things like Sniper.
Yep. Sniper. Even
I
Hawkeye
always wondered,
like,
I always
too.
Yeah, Hawkeye, there's a few races ago that I forget who it was, but man, they were just killing it with a Hawkeye for like the first half of the game.
Yep, I think it was Jack that was running with it. Jack kind of likes the mid-tier items early on to try to do some early fights and kind of hit things with it. A couple things to note is what we have for checks available. Kefka and Narsh is always available. That's an open area check along with Tri-Touch, but you don't really use Tri-Touch unless you have Yeti. So for Shadow, we have Gao's Dad's House. Now that's a free check. There could be an Esper character or item there. We also have Cave in the Veldt and Floating Continent, which is 4 bosses, 3 rewards up there. For Setzer, we have the Culligan Inn, which is another free check. So our runners could get 2 rewards without having to fight a boss. We also have Daryl's Tomb, and we can initiate Search the Skies. Search the Skies is kind of random that could pop up if you don't have Setzer. But if you do have Setzer in the party, it does give you the option to force that fight and try to get that. That would be an Esper or character. There is the Gao's Dad's House. It is a Tri-Touch Esper for them. And we found a throwables too, apparently.
And so, we do, like you mentioned, we got some free checks, really easy ones they could do right away. However, that would up the scaling a bit, which might make it difficult. And that level 3 I hear is a nasty spot to be at. So
Yep.
you
So
might want to take a couple fights first.
yeah, so right now, everything that you guys are fighting would start at level 3, and all the scaling is based on the number of checks they have done. So right now, FieryBlizzard, things they're going to be fighting is level about 5, because they were actually both of them have gotten Esper. So both of them are going to be fighting around 5.5 level creatures. So it's not too bad right now, but if they do get another reward, well, that ups it a little bit higher. We're looking at more like level closer to level 10 almost. And that's when we start getting a
So
little
it is.
steep curve.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you want to keep in mind and try to balance, especially here in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, well, let's be level 8. But yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be too bad as long as we find, like I said, the big sticks. We'll see if we can get in there.
What are the rewards for the dead checks in for Doom?
For Doom
Are
Dead
they big
checks,
sticks?
believe they are big sticks. I don't have that popped up for me. Sorry about that. I had it in the opening reel. I don't have it on here right now.
Yeah, you know what? Like this is only my third time commentating, and every time I'm like, well, Juicy, you should have done your homework beforehand.
Yeah,
So bad at homework.
I just came from D&D, so. Enhancers were that shot for Tybalt. It's a nice item, but again, we have a penalty for magic power in this seed, so it would help offset that, but it's not really going to put us over that. Really, that 50 magic power is what we're really looking for. We do find a white dress, some earrings. We're finding some other stuff that FieryBlizzard is diving into some of that magic power though.
I saw a pair of goggles there, which maybe aren't the best relic, but darn, don't they look cool?
Oh, and there's the Atma weapon for FieryBlizzard. He did find one of the big sticks. But like we said, whichever the one's a rage user will not be able to wield that, unfortunately. Oh, dude, find some dried meat though.
So is that that is a bug in the game that's a bug in the game that just cannot be fixed or like.
Yeah, it's a vanilla bug that really can't be fixed.
Those dang yummy vanilla bugs.
Yes, that's from the original game. So it's something that we can't really patch out because it causes a graphical crash is what it does, because it can't handle the Atma. I believe it's the Atma animation from the weapon because it's a laser sword with whether the animation of the rage is. I can't handle those two things together. This is another open world check that is available. It is T-Zen Thief. They are available in the World of Balance and Ruin. Now the balance tells you what the reward's going to be. It does tell you if it's a glowing stone, so it kind of teases you that it is an Esper, which it is an Esper. But the value of it can depend on which part of the world you are. 43,000 in the World of Balance. We'll see how much is the World of Ruin. A little steep right now.
So FieryBlizzard just picked up a Man-Eater, which I think is that double damage for any human type enemy, correct?
Yes, and actually works on Kefka, believe it or not. I don't think it works on the final boss Kefka, but does work on the actual smaller Kefka fight because he does technically is a human. So.
He plays one on TV.
Which, interesting enough...
Real quick, I just want to say...
Okay.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to make a lame joke. Earlier, you said graphical crash, which, Saberwolf, if you ever want to start a band, would be a good name for us. I'll go in with you. Graphical crash.
Welcome to the epic show of Graphical Crash. Oh, Valiant Knife. Hello.
Hey, Valiant Knife.
Yeah, that's big damage right there.
So yeah, usually, like the first 5-10 minutes, racers will spend looting, and I'm curious, because I've never played one of these seeds or done one of these races, but I know you do. So what would you have? Let's say what would you do right now? Or what would be going on in your head, or like plans? Like going forward from the point?
Well, looking at our character setup, we don't really have a way of getting really good early fights. We're going to have to find our early fights elsewhere by just walking around somewhere on the map, like South Figaro Cave or maybe Narsh World of Ruin. We're going to need to find our fights elsewhere because we're not going to get free fights. Now, granted, we do have 3 fights that we get going into the floating continent, but that feels really bad because the first 2 bosses, you have to fight 2 bosses before you can actually save after doing all that. And if one of those is like Magimaster, Doomgaze, something like that, it can really set you back a good couple of minutes. So, a safe thing to do would be grab a couple fights out in the open world somewhere. Try to get to level 10 or 12 and then start to dive into some other checks. Of the checks we have available, I would probably do maybe Daryl's Tomb, or actually Floating Continent would be the other one. Because Cave in the Veldt is peekable, so you know what the reward's going to be before you actually take the fight. So you can hold off on that maybe later on. When say, oh, I need a character, oh, I need Esper. You know what that's going to be before you actually take the fight. So,
absolutely. I always, as a member of the audience, I always love seeing those cheeky, really early game dragon fights.
Yeah, the dragon fights, the only problem... Ooh, was that fixed dice? Yeah, that was fixed dice. Thank you for going back and looking at it. So fixed dice in the weapon shop here that FieryBlizzard is about to see as well in the World of Ruin South Figaro. Setzer is a natural wielder of it. It looks like both of them can wield it. So, yeah. He's definitely sound like Gigi armor for that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would like to mention I saw a pair of Marvel shoes in one of these relic shops, so shout out to the Schwans. I know how much he adores Marvel shoes.
Well, the Marvel shoes isn't quite as needed because in this flag set, there is an increased chance of the characters using weapons that they wouldn't normally use. So there is an increased chance for both of these characters to be able to wield that VK and such. So it's not quite as needed for the Marvel shoes. You really want to find the Atlas Armlet, Hero Ring, Hyper Wrist, stuff like that increases your physical damage output.
And even like later on, it sometimes can be really a true knight can really come in handy paired with another one of your party members using the VK.
Yep. So VK and fixed dice would be great for that offering. So we do have the technology to wanting that offering. So we just got to find it.
Was that a reference to was it? We have the technology.
Yes.
We are going to blow up the moon.
Yes, exactly. And FieryBlizzard is going to try to find that technology. Diving. Oh, okay. He's going to take a fight first, but he is standing outside the Colosseum, which would be a great place to try to find the offering, because the only other place we can find it would be in one of many, many, many monster in the chests. Ooh, stray cat! Oh, that's huge! Oh, wow. So we definitely want to find an offering now, because stray cat will multiply, if he does the cat scratch, it will multiply the damage times 4. So that VK using Setzer could, if he can use VK, is humongous.
And it's like the old saying goes, beware of stray cats wielding VKs.
Yes, you, by level around, I would say like anywhere between level 20 to 25, if you can over level your targets, you're swinging quad 9s every single swing. It's insane amount of damage, even snipers too. And unfortunately, not seeing any offerings in there, so we're going to pass on that for now for FieryBlizzard. Because we don't have the Dragoon set reward that we have for a Spicy Chicken, so...
I did see a muscle belt in the Colosseum just now, which could... I think that pairs well, or can be paired with the Valiant Knife, yes?
Yeah, I mean, it does increase your health pool to extend that percentage of health missing to do the extra bonus damage. And this is Go-Go in the Culligan Cafe, drinking his sorrows away, being outside of the Belly of the Beast here.
That's a Go-Go.
But unfortunately, the abilities we have in our party, not that great for Go-Go right now. We could equip Rage Stray Cat on him, I guess we could do that, but But more than likely, is probably going to be dropped. Oh, more fixed dice in another weapon shop.
Fixed Dice Mania. You know, I think one of the coolest big brain plays seen in a race was in Kefka's Tower. Racer ran into a Magic Master, had no like defense ignoring weapons or spells to deal with him, and you just saw him like he went through his item menu and threw on just a pair of regular dice and went to town, and it was so cool.
That's for sure. And Tybalt reset out of Lobo. It actually would have been faster if he just took the Lobo fight there, and it wouldn't have changed anything in the Veld. But that was a vanilla chest there in the Narsh Monster in the Box chest, as we do have Undead on screen for this other side fight. And there's that cat scratch I was just talking about. 700 damage only at levels like 5 or 6. Yeah.
Yikes. Yikes. Cat scratch fever.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice. Yum. Graphical crash. Start it.
Tybalt's now also going to go grab their go-go outside or inside the Culligan Inn, as FieryBlizzard is outside the Culligan Inn, like a standing guard, lets him pass, giving a little high five there. This fight not as friendly to Stray Cat, though, unfortunately, as the Bloom Pyres have an extremely high amount of defense, but but doggos don't care. He's just going to bite the vines.
Yummy, yummy vines.
So, interesting thing on Interceptor there. For Shadow, Shadow's an amazing spellcaster because Interceptor actually scales off magic power. So, if you have a Shadow with incredibly high magic power, I've seen Interceptor counters for 3, 4, 5,000 damage.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's insane how much damage Interceptor can do. Now, fortunately, when you fight Final Boss Kefka, everything's floating, and Interceptor cannot attack floating targets. But it is amazing to see that against like just normal bosses.
Yeah.
Oh, and
even though he's
going to force the search disguise check, we have Senor Behemoth. Hola, Senor.
Behemoth. Hola. Hey. And so the second first so this is like two fights kind of. You have the first Behemoth and then the secret Behemoth after. And the second one is susceptible to death magic, yeah?
Yeah, so it's susceptible to Doom and Exo, which we haven't learned yet, unfortunately, because we haven't really got an Esper that can teach that. Now, I believe in the vanilla game, you can get rid of it with a Revivify, I believe. But we turn that off on as a standard flag. So, ooh, that's veterans. We don't want really part of this.
Who needs it? Who needs it? We have fixed dice. Uh-oh. Yeah, veterans.
And that is a Crusader Esper reward for FieryBlizzard, who technically takes the lead as he's going to dive into Daryl's tomb. So this is exactly what I was talking about. Get those early little fights outside of the town somewhere, and then dive into probably Daryl's tomb. You can actually peek the check before you fight this, but you kind of do both at the same time. So.
Now I just want to give a quick shout out. I saw my most amazing coworker and new bestie Lyle is in the chat and did a shout out for his bestie Juicy Loot. And you know what, I just want to say it's been like so there's been so much like support and encouragement, not only like with my friends, but just like the people I've met and interacted with Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. Just an amazing community.
Yeah, I love this community. If you want to join that community, you can head over to ff6worldscollide.com/discord. You can join us in the Discord, get alerts, join some weekly races we do. We do weekly in-stake races to practice for Ultras League and stuff like that. There's an underground you can join where everybody can run, so you see how well you stack against all the entire field. Also meet some pretty cool people. And if you have a question about the game, don't be afraid to ask it. Somebody usually answers you within like 30 minutes of whatever you put up there. So it's a really great community. It's one of the best community. I've been in gaming for about probably about 20 years, and this is probably the best community I've been a part of. And that's not me saying because I'm a community manager. I'm just saying that in general. Probably should preface that.
Well, I agree, and I am not a community manager, so it's just been really, really wonderful. It's like I was just like I was too excited to sleep last night, and then I when I finally did fall asleep, it was only for a few hours, and I've been up. I got up at like 5 a.m.
By the way, Crusader Esper with Ice 3 and Cure 3 on that Esper, so we're definitely going to try to learn that as soon as possible.
Yeah, juicy Esper. So so in this in the Doom flag set, there is which elemental spells are and are not available?
So Doom is now each of the flag sets is based off of the 3 god statues that are part of the Final Fantasy game. There's Goddess, Doom, and Poltergeist. The Doom statue is mostly ice magic. So that means fire and bolt magic and even Merton are turned off. So in this whole entire tournament series, Flare and Meteor, those spells have actually kind of popped up for use as kind of like, this is the best spell I can find, so this is what we're going to have to use. Because the only other big spell you have really is Ice 3, so...
Or even Ultima, if you can, that big blue bubble, that is available in the Doom flag set, and correct?
I'm sorry, I was distracted by Naru talking about... I didn't say anything bad about your wife, which is Goddess, by the way. And she's one of our trackers, so shout out to our 2 trackers, Dub Ward and Nariliana, sorry. So what was your question again?
It's just another instance of me should have done my homework. Ultima is also available
yes,
for our racers, correct?
Yes, it is set, but it is set to 200 and I think it's 256 magic points to use. So we did find a golden hairpin. I don't know if our runners still have that on them, but that is definitely going to be needed along with a economizer to really put that to good use in Ultima. Or you just know that you're going to be able to use a sleeping bag or something right after the fight that you can maybe pop that one time and then get that magic points back immediately afterwards. FieryBlizzard diving into a dragon fight here. Dragons are scaled, so he feels confident that he's going to be able to get through this dragon fight pretty well.
Yeah, and does have a few espers at this point, so dragons offer up, was it 50 or 60 magic points?
Nice. And it's unfortunate we hadn't learned Ice 3 yet, because this would have been perfect for this fight. Oh, wow. Yeah, one of our people in chat, Nobody War, one of our teammates here, that's a heavy blow for FieryBlizzard, but the dice are rolling pretty good tonight. It is based on level scale to what your target's hitting, so let's see if this takes out Shadow. He's hanging in there.
And I believe fixed dice are also based on karma, so,
yeah.
Be polite,
Rando's got a rando.
Share.
Well, that is a dragon fight down for FieryBlizzard. Unfortunately, only going on to Shadow. But Shadow does learn Ice 3, Clear 3. So he did have the Esper in the right target. That's a Lumina! Oh, boy.
Hey.
We have a repeat, folks. What happened earlier in the tournament where FieryBlizzard found Illuminas. And yes, Shadow can wield it. So we're back to Illumina stomping FieryBlizzard again.
FieryBlizzard again. About that karma. FieryBlizzard just must be just the nicest guy.
I mean,
except to his opponents.
He is the MVP of the tournament, 8-0 for his team. I will preface to say I know it's kind of banging of his other teammates, but at the end of the seasonal part, he was 6-0. The rest of his team was I believe 5-10 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like he's just showing off at this point.
Yeah. So he definitely was the big player on this team. But by the way, That dragon also gives FieryBlizzard reflect on his entire party. So unfortunately, that Cure 3 only going to be useful outside the fights to try to heal up his party. Won't be able to use it in the fight.
It's one dragon for auto reflect and
Yeah, it's three
what are the
dragons for, I think it's haste, and I think it's 5 dragons for auto image.
Ooh, auto image, auto Fenrir.
Yeah, so basically it gives you that's basically Calmness Protection, which is an ability that the third part of the boss, final boss of Kefka does, but we can get into that later on. As Tybalt does dive into Cave of the Vel and does find a Moogle lying on the ground.
Oh, buddy, we have a Moogle down.
Yeah, Moogle down. Oh, and as
Moogle
FieryBlizzard's
down.
going to shoot to the sky, is doing the going to do the floating continent here. Now this again is 3 small fights to 2 boss fights before you get to the continent, and then there's 2 more boss fights with the rewards later on. So
Come on, Moogle, get up, buddy. Get up.
Kapow! Kapow! Oh, okay, and that's Chunky Boy on screen, unfortunately, for Tybalt. This is going to be a bit of a long fight. Weak to poison, believe it or not. Ooh, it's an interceptor. Ooh, yeah. Come on, doggy. Okay, not bad.
Just jumping right off the airship to get his vengeance.
Yeah. Okay, did miss chance. This is these are tougher creatures to fight, but again, if you get a pro proc, who cares, you know?
Illumina.
4th. Oh my goodness. So, Shadow, 24 minutes into the run, is doing 5,000 damage.
Again, you know, just showing off. He's just showing off.
Yeah, and well, I mean, it stunks that Shadow was sneezed off there, but he was the one that got the levels from the dragon fight, so it's not actually horrible.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, it's not horrible for that. And ooh, Tybalt does get through that fight with everybody surviving.
See you later, fun dad.
And we do have a Moogle in the party. Tybalt's now the first person to 4 characters, leaving the Moogle behind.
Leaving him down. I'll let him nap.
Oh, he pet the dog. Tybalt makes up for the fact that he deleted the dog last time he ran.
Did he really?
No, well, okay. So on stream, it looked like he wire removed the dog, okay? But because his stream lagged at the perfect time, the dog just vanished on screen. It didn't run back up to the north like he always does. He just vanished on screen, so it looked like he wire removed him.
It was Ghost Dog.
Yes.
Whitaker, Ghost Dog.
So I'm sure he was standing there extra a little longer to show that, no, I do care about the puppy dogs.
Oh.
And me, by the way, since we're on that topic, I do want to mention that tomorrow actually we do have a multi-fight event, which is a 2v2 co-op race using the Archipelago theme set. Both will be Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. That will benefit at the event Multithon at noon for Blue Path Service Dogs, which provides autism service dogs to offer safety, companionship, and opportunities for independence. So make sure you check that out tomorrow at noon, and please support that event.
Yeah. Don't why remove those support dogs.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, man.
And I believe we're actually the first. Group that day. I think the stream starts at noon, or something like that. I think from her. I don't know, but yeah. Oh, and I think Setzer has a relic ring or something. Unfortunately, healing the party will damage him.
You know what? I did see Tybalt found an experience egg.
Ooh, that's gonna be great for really the fixed dice or the VK. Actually, either one.
The troll.
Also, this was great out of FieryBlizzard with the reflect, allowing his team not to get hit by those bolt 2s. Now it does heal the target that's casted them, but it's for a minuscule amount compared to the amount of damage it would have dealt to you. Woo!
Absolutely. And also Tybalt, right there, one-shotted that danged bridge troll. Good on you, Tybalt.
Yeah, that's actually going to catch up on him in a great amount of time along with the experience egg. Let's see if he can grab that Dragonon later on for an Illumina, as we do see a Tri-Touch on screen for FieryBlizzard, but he knows to roll some dice at him because the only thing that will hurt him is fire, but we don't have fire damage, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the Illumina, not defense ignoring. As wonderful as it is, I don't believe it's defense ignoring. So that was fixed dice.
No, it's elemental. It's actually Pearl Elemental, and that is a Magicite Siren, a big Esper for Tybalt, giving him the mute he needs later on. I think he has Warp Stones. Oh, 11 Warp Stones. I think he overbought a little bit, but that's okay.
Better too many than too few, I suppose.
So, FieryBlizzard does have a slight lead here. But again, Tybalt has a slight lead here, although FieryBlizzard is going to be getting 3 rewards throughout this floating continent. He's going to be stuck up here for quite a while. So we'll see if Tybalt does maybe some faster, closer knit checks here, as now he's going to do a Moogle check here. We'll see if he does Moogle defense first. That's typically what you want to try to do first, but nope, he's going to do Wolf instead.
Oh.
And that's Esper number 4 for Raiden. Nice.
What are the skip requirements? Was it 8 or 9 characters?
Yeah,
or
it's the actual traditional 6-9. I don't know what the don't think we wrote down what the shortcut was actually. Our bad, unless somebody else grabbed it for us. Trekkers, help! Help!
Ragnarok. Yo, big stick.
Okay, apparently there's Terra. 9-13-22. Thank you, Nobody War, being a teammate for one of our runners. I believe Nobody War is on FieryBlizzard's team for Team Minerva, so thank you for that. 9-13-22. So 22 is not too bad. Now, because we don't start with 2 characters, we're going to see a lot more checks than usual, so that is a possibility.
So we got Ragnaroks, Illuminas, VKs, all the goodies floating around. Fixed dice.
Tybalt, stand still. Stand still, Tybalt. Don't move. There you go. We find a bear next to the wolf at the top of the thing. Oh, second Valley Knife. So there is going to be a second Valley Knife in the World of Ruin Moogle spot. If Tybalt wants to grab that. It is a bit of a run, but it could be a good item to get.
Absolutely. And Sabin does come with a big sack of checks. I believe it was like 5 checks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Sabin's probably got the best checks to get. Ooh, that's Gao. Ooh, wow.
Wow, Gao.
Okay, so Tybalt is gonna sub in the Moogle for the Go-Go. He just wanted to grab. So cool thing is, if you get Go-Go as a character, to save time instead of going back out later on to the ship to unequip your party down to 1 to get the Zone Eater. When you get Go-Go, you can use the opportunity of the character select area to just take that 1 character then and save yourself a good about 30 to 45 seconds just doing that. And Tybalt
really
did take advantage of that. So
yeah, and out of context, it did 30 seconds doesn't sound like a whole lot, but boy, it really can. Just make when you get down to it, I've any number umpteen races that come down to just seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's the Ice 3 dumping on the bomb here. So quick fight there for Fiery.
Bye, Fire Eater.
That's another Esper for FieryBlizzard. 3 and 5 for them now.
Ramu. Is multi-summon available in
No.
this flag set?
No, actually, Doom is the
No.
only one of the three that does not have multi-summon on.
No. So, yeah, something to something to consider. When you're especially at the end,
no.
when you're fighting Kefka.
Okay, so we just saw the levels on Tybalt. He's not level 20 or he's not level of Division of 5. So we can get through that first. And ooh, Mog actually has Blitz. That's actually really good.
That's his maths.
Might want to throw.
So there are some blitzes that are based on physical stats, and some that are based on magical.
Yeah, the higher end blitzes
I'm
actually are based on magic. The early ones are based on physical. So because we have the extra vigor early on, the blitzes are actually gonna be pretty decent. Later on, with the decrease in magic, not quite as much. Now we can put a experience egg on Mog to try to get to level 42. Level 42 means you can get Bum Rush, as that's a big honking hit out of Doomgaze. This is really bad. Oh no! Has to reset back to the top of the fight here. Might just skip this. I mean, it is Gao. It would be character number 6. Oh no! He didn't say before. He's back in the Zone Eater.
Oh.
Unless I grabbed the wrong save.
I
No, that was the last time he saved. Was back in Zone Eater. Oh no!
Dude, you hate to see it happen. It's a travesty.
Oh, you can't do this run. You can't do this run. Oh no. So that's an approximate 6 or 7 minute loss now for Tybalt.
So what might you do if you were in this situation to cut your losses? Would you still do the? Would you go back? Would you finish this up and go back to face Doomgaze again, or would you maybe?
I would
say, hey, I'm gonna do some quicker things.
I mean, no, I would actually do. I would hit Mog. I would do the exact same thing I just did, only I would skip the Kefka fight. Against Doomgaze. I wouldn't do that portion of it though. I would skip that. So.
Dang it, Doomgaze.
Because I mean, it's Gao. I mean, but you know where he is. You can always go back later.
Yep.
I know it feels bad to just run back down the bottom of the hill because you don't have Warpstone. But it's really the best option to do, and I would just go back to what I was just doing. Go get Mog here, and just go from there. Oh wait, he doesn't have Mog. So, oh my goodness, oh wow, he lost Cave in the Veldt too. So he just went to Narsh now without Mog? Okay, no, he has Mog in the party. He does have Mog. So
okay,
he's just not equipped in this party.
I
That's
was
all.
actually holding my breath right there.
Okay.
And it's so important. It's crucial in like instances like these to not get to.
Okay, so just to correct the scoring on Tybalt. Tybalt is 4 and 3, 4 characters, 3 espers. Mog is in the party. As for FieryBlizzard, of course, obviously he's taking the lead of 4 characters, 5 espers right now. So it's a huge time loss. It's not going to be horrible, though. I don't think.
If he just see how hard he gets trolled by this bridge dude, maybe Tybalt can make up some of that time. And really, I don't believe that FieryBlizzard picked up that experience egg, which Tybalt having found it so early in the run, that really can go a long ways towards hastening your game.
Yeah, I think Gogo on Tybalt just slapped Gao in the face as it ran by. I mean, you gotta say, always be saving, folks. You never know if you run into Doomgaze or Magimaster. It's happened to all of us, okay?
You know, it's the luck. It's the luck of the coral. Sometimes it's with you, sometimes it ain't.
Yes, indeed. And I will be stunned if Tybalt takes this fight afterwards. I'm pretty sure Mog
I
is
hope
going
he
to come in
does. That
here. Oh, he's going
Doomgaze
to keep
isn't
Mog
hurt.
out. Okay. All right, we kept
Well,
Saban
no.
out. He's not going to take this fight. No, just don't take it. The only thing that Tybalt can hope for is FieryBlizzard runs into that same fight and he gets Doom 5'd and loses a little bit of time there. That's literally what we're doing. Hey, yeah, so Swans, unfortunately for just joining us, Tybalt unfortunately wiped to Doomgaze, which is at Kefka Narsh, and he unfortunately did not save before the fight and reset backwards approximately about 3 minutes. So yeah, so that's why we were
Which is
skipping
like,
Gao.
I don't know, like 15 minutes in dog years.
Oh god. By the way, FieryBlizzard's in the cave in the Veld. This is where Mog is, so we'll see him in a little bit, lying on the whole cold hard ground.
Oh, hard ground.
Kapow!
Twister.
Tybalt, yeah. So Tybalt wants to do some quicker checks here, just try to catch the game up a little bit. So now he's going back to Thief. He knows this is an Esper. Oh, what I was thinking about Experience Egg before. Experience Egg on Mog would get him quicker to level 42. 42 gives you a Bum Rush, which is the strongest attack that you can get for Blitz. But by the way, I want to note also that Tybalt's level 17 right now. He's also going to do Collapsing House too, because he has Saban now. So this is actually 2 checks that he can do immediately. Both of which could be Espers.
Falling houses. And in the collapsing house, there are a number of chests available, 2 of which are monsters and boxes. So curious to see. We've got so many big sticks floating around. So
well, possibly also 2 tries for offering too, because there is 2 monster boxes. That's another fixed dice, so we do like seeing that. But there is 2 chances of getting offering out of these 2 monster boxes in this area, and that's not one of them.
And we do have sketch, don't we? So we could sketch that katana dude, and
That's right.
give him a taste of his own medicine.
That is correct.
His own katana medicine.
And as one of our trackers pointed out, 46,000 as opposed to 43,000 from the Thief. We do know it is a Esper, but no real difference between the 2 worlds.
I don't know, man. This economy, 3,000, it's worth. It may be worth the the 10 seconds. We do have a monster in the box. PM stalkers.
Oh my goodness! Cat Scratch dice did 8,000 damage with fixed dice. Golly. Now imagine that with offering. I mean,
it's just too many numbers.
It's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of numbers on screen.
As far as I'm concerned, 24 is the highest number.
Quad 9s, my goodness.
Yikes. I tell you what, cat real life cat scratches. So
yes,
I have 2 cats.
It does.
And my one cat Iowa, we like to roughhouse, and boy, sometimes she'll just scratch the heck out of me, and I'll go to kindergarten, and all my kids will be like, Teacher Bill, your arms, what have you been up to?
Yeah. Fixed. Oh, it was a dead check for Tybalt. He got 2 fixed dice out of that, basically. Oh.
Like I was saying before. Hopefully, Tybalt, can, not get not get too tilted.
I mean,
Eye of the Tiger.
I mean, you could tell when he tried to do a single run through on the squash there and the Go-Go's check there. You could tell he was probably a little tilted there, unfortunately, and any of us would in that situation. But again, always be saving, unfortunately. But going back to FieryBlizzard again, I mean, he has experience eggs for sale. Sale!
FieryBlizzard found them.
And he has enough money to buy one. But
Oh. Yummy, yummy experience eggs.
this is getting just. And he's level 30. He's got Katana Soul. Oh,
Hey, Tybalt. Hey.
he's got
So
muddle
who
too.
does have-
He's got muddle,
Does he? Oh,
so we can muddle him.
catch.
So
Brought up.
this is exactly what Tybalt needed right here. This is the only way Tybalt can get back into this. And now it's gonna be slow, rolling the dice multiple times and all. But this will try to get him back in the end. But again, he's like 13 levels behind right now.
Yeah, Katana Soul. The Fiery House on FieryBlizzard's end. Naughty. Just naughty. There's that Ragnarok going to work. Old man Strago. Wolf?
Sorry, I had 3 of my 5 pups in my house just walk in the room on me. Sorry.
I was worried maybe my computer was pooping out.
No, that was on my end. Like I said, 3 of my pups walked in the room there.
You can't leave me here alone.
That's what my dogs say every time I leave the house. Unfortunately, on Naughty Fights, you cannot run away from Naughty Fights. Funnily enough.
That is, out of context, what you just said, that sentence was really, really funny. Can't run away from Naughty Fights.
No, cannot. Yeah, he's naughty by nature. Just what it is. So FieryBlizzard not going to do a fiery house. He's going to find elsewhere to go, and looks like heading to Narsh. So he's going to pick up Sabin and Gao at least here. Maybe pick up Gao. So again, this is what we're looking for. Is he going to get Doomgazed? He is level 30, by the way. So if Doomgaze pops up, he will wipe. So it is important to see if he saves here or not.
Thoughts and prayers for him, everybody. Thoughts and prayers.
He is level 30.
And this could be an opportunity. I think you were even just you were saying that earlier, how that would be an opportunity, or like one way for Tybalt to make up some of that lost time is for FieryBlizzard to fail his mass test with that Doomsgaze.
Yeah, they both have an experience. Tybalt did find. Oh, it's Illumina. He gets an Illumina off that check, which Shadow can use. So now it's tied for Illuminas. This is Tybalt's moment. Let's see if FieryBlizzard remembers to save at the top of the hill. If FieryBlizzard forgets to save at the top of the hill, he has to go all the way back to the fire house there.
Ayo.
Which means he will lose Sabin. We'll see if he remembers to save or not. Okay, did not save going up. Yeah, you gotta pump those ABS brakes. Always be saving.
Okay. I'm fully laid out in bed right now watching this, but if I were sitting in a chair on a seat, I'd be at the edge of it.
That is for sure. That's Celeste there in the caboose of the train. Celeste with tools. Natural Illumina user, but is going to kick her to the curb. Okay, so there's the save from FieryBlizzard, so he will not get the horrible reset, but he is going to get wiped, though. Because level 30, level 30, level 30, yeah, so all 4 characters are level 30, so he will be wiping on this fight. But his reset will not be as massive as, unfortunately, as Tybalt's was.
Yeah, that Doomgaze is a real jerk. Slam dancers are, they can really be nasty sometimes, can't they? They throw things.
Yeah, they throw things at your face and they really hurt, like frying pans. That's a reference to Swapped, by the way. All right, so here's that fight for FieryBlizzard. He is level 30, is going to see this. Here comes the math test, and we flunk it. Monk. I mean, okay, so this is not horrible. All he has to do is take one of these soldier fights that are walking up the hill, and he can just get through it.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a workaround, but you know, it's
he's gonna say no.
Don't feel so bad.
Never mind.
I don't feel so bad just flying because you know he did save and he does and he can just grab a left here, but an entire party wipe to level 5 Doom is it's a lot of Doom.
Well, FieryBlizzard does say, you know what? I don't need Gao. I already got 6 characters. I'm good. I can move on. And Tybalt, by the way, picking up Celeste does pick up their 6 characters. So we are not going to see Gao this seed. So Tybalt's going to do that back-to-back check that is so nice with Sabin. He's going to dive off the waterfalls. He is going to start chasing waterfalls.
Always, you know, it's always recommend, you know, you see a waterfall, you walk by a waterfall, jump off it. All the cool kids are doing it.
I found a cool waterfall near my house at 30 minutes. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, we just went from Doomgaze to Magimaster, so no, we do have fixed dice, guys. We do have fixed dice, so it's not horrible.
Did you jump off the waterfall, though?
Yeah, fighting Magimaster is like jumping off a waterfall, really. Unfortunately,
however, you know, with all these, we do have fixed dice, Valiant Knife, and that's not nothing.
Yeah, so FieryBlizzard actually going to World of Ruin Narsh here. This will be Dragon number 2 for them, along with Tritouch. Does have other option checks available with Strago that he picked up at some point. I didn't even see when he picked up Strago.
Everybody's favorite character.
So this could be an Esper off this. Let's see. By the way, shout out to Ceiling Cat for doing our spreadsheet for us, also in the background.
Oh yeah, the spreadsheet.
I mean, FieryBlizzard, I'm trying to see what other checks she could do. You didn't do Moogle Defense, which I believe was a dead check anyways, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we don't know what it is, actually.
Uh-oh, fireball. The sky is falling.
Wow, Tybalt gets through that fight. That is huge.
Valiant Knife. You know, it seems like we don't have many elemental shields to kind of deal with bullies like Magimaster. I think I know I saw a Thunder Shield earlier on.
Hey, Magicite for Tybalt. Back on the board with 6 and 4 now. And that's a train chugging down the tracks. I guess this is the Polar Express here. Oh, we have Blitz. Do it! Yeah! All right. Suplex train. GG. Yeah, Shadow says hi with a 6,000 damage Illumina before proccing. Oh, so Tybalt. Oh, this is a great play on Tybalt. I wasn't even thinking about that because he has Celeste. Magitech Facility. This is at least possibly 2 Espers off this. And that's a dead check for FieryBlizzard. Small opening for Tybalt here.
Yep, we got a race, folks.
Because FieryBlizzard's running out of checks. So this is actually big. Where was Celeste? Celeste was on the Phantom train.
Really was Celeste really was a great find. Has some good checks, and also I think maybe the best vanilla equip pool. What was her what ability does she have? What'd she come with?
I don't even remember what it was, but we kicked her out because other people can use Illumina. By the way, FieryBlizzard in the camp, we already know this is an Illumina, so this is again not going to be a progression for them. There's going to be a second Illumina, but not progression for them. As Tybalt is already in Celeste checks now, if he gets 3 Espers, if he goes all the way through the Magic facility, gets 3 of the Espers off this, it will put him back in the game at 6 and 7 here. So
also FieryBlizzard does have an opportunity to pick up that offering, that Katana Soul.
That's true.
Which
see if he goes to the monster box there. Yep. So
it's a monster in a box, baby.
Sorry, the damage of FieryBlizzard is disgusting right now.
Yeah, it's too early for me and maybe too late for y'all to see that many numbers.
Power overwhelming. As Tybalt does take out Inferno Jr. there. A kind of a French vanilla, actually. Numbers fight.
Yeah.
As we have the very apropos themed Protos in the fight for in the Magic Camp. In the Imperial Camp.
Have we seen any other rages worth raging?
All you need is Stray Cat. That's all you need. Nothing else. No other rages matter. Okay.
You know that could make a tattoo or a bumper sticker. All you need is Stray Cat.
I mean, all you need is that cat scratch fever. That's all you need.
Yep.
And like I said before, we will see if FieryBlizzard does check that monster box on the way out of camp here. As he gets that Illumina reward, and there he goes. Oh, wait, yeah, he just took a weird route there. He does go to the monster box, though, so we'll see that this is the...
He's trolling us.
Yeah, he does see the
We're being trolled
now.
We're being
So he does have muddle. He knows he's got muddle. He's got this. Yep. Ooh, that was a big cyclone.
Here.
2 Espers on Tybalt.
Tybalt.
Tybalt has tied this game 6 and 6 after that disastrous reset off Doomgaze. Forgetting to save, he has managed to tie this game.
Tybalt's done real well, you know, like boy oh boy, you know, when the sky is falling, it can be just so overwhelming keeping a level head. You know, he has caught a couple breaks from you know, FieryBlizzard taking a wipe to Doomgaze, which is, you know, a little gain, but still something.
Yeah.
And these racers are doing just fantastic. This is so fun.
Yeah, now Tybalt's going to go into South Figaro now. This is another Celeste check for free. Again, FieryBlizzard doesn't have Celeste. Tybalt does, and she is located in the Phantom Train. FieryBlizzard not going to Phantom Train. He's going to go to Falls instead. I believe this is an Esper, though. Baron Falls is an Esper. It's the Shiva Esper. He is going to have to fight Magimaster, though, to get through it, though.
I don't think Magimaster will present too much of a issue. But hey, oh my goodness, this could be my first commentator's curse.
I mean, it could be, as Tybalt just went to 6 and 8 off the Shoat Esper in the Celeste prison spot. Oh my.
My goodness.
Could this be a comeback, folks?
We might have a Rudy scenario on our hands.
Multiple quad 9s coming out of Setzer on FieryBlizzard's side with that offering cat scratch. Holy smokes.
Yeah. Yikes. You know, seeing these cat scratches, you know, I got 2, I'm currently flanked by both of my cats, and they are sleeping, but making me feel a little wary.
By the way, Tybalt he does have experience egg on Mog. Mog is level 35. He's going to do a dragon here. That's going to get Mog a little bit close to that 42 threshold. Again, the 42 threshold gives him bum rush ability to learn on Mog. That way, Mog can do about quad 9 damage on that character as well. It is Fire Dragon. We do have Ice 3
Absolutely.
available, so this should be an easy fight.
It should be. It should be.
FieryBlizzard now in T-Zen does not go for the Esper on T-Zen Thief. Is going to go to Collapsing House. Collapsing House is not progression. It is a dead check. It's another fixed dice.
And and that's something perhaps keep in mind when you for these racers. It's when you are faced with these like nasty setbacks. There's still another person in this race who might be hitting those same walls, might be having their own issues. So
Yeah, that's what a lot of runners say. Runners say, the person I'm playing against is fighting the same exact issues that I'm fighting. So you always have to remember, it's like, oh, okay, he ran into Doomgaze. He probably ran into Magimaster. He's running into the same stuff that I'm running into. Also want to shout out 90 viewers, by the way, now, and some of you who are just joining us. This is the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. This is the randomizer for Final Fantasy 3 or 6, depending where you grew up. And this is and the checks and stuff like that are based on high point character portions of the original game. Like where you found certain characters, where certain characters, certain story arcs went to. So that is where all these kind of checks and places are located in the game.
Yeah, and as I understand it, unlike it's unlike Free Enterprise or the Final Fantasy IV randomizer in that you don't need to find key items. I think, right? I think Nehru, yes.
No, all you need is characters and espers, so that's all you need to look for. Now there is other like flags you turn on, like you need number of dragons, you need number of bosses killed, you need number of checks done. There are those options available, but for us, we just want characters and espers for this.
Yep. Also, like you were saying before, again, like just another shout out to this phenomenal community. I'm just having such a blast. This is only my third race, third time participating in the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide races, and it's there's just so many people in this community that like want to know and help you if you are interested in joining in, reaching out, and as an incredibly like anxious and socially awkward person, this really has been like a safe place and like a just a great time for me. So
and you're definitely
thanks,
not.
everybody.
We appreciate it. And you're definitely not the first person to have come to me and said that. You're probably one of about 10 or 12 people who have said that. And it's like, and it's notes like that you say from you like that. Just makes this community all the worth and all the hard work that we put into it. It's all volunteers. You do see that we do have subscriptions and ad sales like that on this game. Just want to also mention that all those sales and all that revenue goes back into the community, goes back into fundraisers like the one we have tomorrow for Blue Path. We have that fundraising event that we're helping out with Multithon tomorrow. So the money goes back into the community, back into fundraisers like that, and we couldn't do it without you guys out there. You the fans, the viewers, the runners, the production group that we have here with Dub War, Naralu, Juicy Loot, myself, and we also got Ceiling Cat in the background too. We couldn't do it without everybody coming together. So this is what makes this community such a great community.
Oh, wait. So you're telling me that I'm not getting paid for this?
Anyways, going back to this, FieryBlizzard did find Celeste there at the back of the caboose. This is the ketchup that he needed to try to track down Tybalt. Tybalt does go to the top of the mountain. I believe this is a dead check on the Tritouch, so he's not going to get rewarded for this, unfortunately. While FieryBlizzard is going to get that Celeste, is going to suplex. Yes, does get suplex. So we both runners are going to be validated runs. So
yeah, this is just best case scenario. This is yeah. These racers are true natural 20s.
D&D reference now?
Hey.
All right, so FieryBlizzard is going to dive into the Celeste prison check. Now, this is an Esper. This will give them Kefka unlock. We'll see how many checks he currently has. He has 18. This will be 19. So it'll be 3 checks away from skip. Meanwhile, on Tybalt's side, they are currently he's manual tracking. Oh no, he has the older. He's running the emo tracker, so we don't know exactly how many checks he has, unfortunately.
And speaking, I think you just said mentioned FieryBlizzard being only 3 checks away from that Kefka tower skip, and I have seen racers in the past. They'll actually go into the into Kefka's tower, and I believe there are at least 2 checks that you can get in the tower itself, like early on at the toilet, Atma, and the dragon, and then you would be able to warp out, jump back in, go straight to the statues.
That's correct. So. And FieryBlizzard parking outside of the Victor here. I don't think he's going to go into Victor. He might just save here and then switch World of Ruin after he retools his party this way. Oh, he is going to go to Victor. Okay. Okay, so he's going to do the first 2 parts of Victor here. He already has unlocked, so I guess he is going to go for Skip. Now, what Skip does in the Worlds Collide is that it takes you directly to the switches in front of the statues. So instead of starting at the bottom of the tower, it actually starts you about halfway through the tower, right before the statues. And now also what this flag set is, the statues are going to be in the statue positions. They're mixed up with themselves, but you are going to face Doom, you are going to face Goddess, you are going to face Poltergeist. You just don't know which statue is going to be which. Along with also the Guardian fight before that, which will be a random boss.
And that Kefka tower skip, I think, averages out to around 5.5, 6 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, depending.
That you save.
Yeah, depending on what the Inferno boss, random boss is, yeah, it's about 4.5, 5 minutes. Now, if you run through the tower twice after you beat that, it's around 3 minutes and 45 seconds if you're very good at controlling the D-pad and running through a tower.
Yeah, nimble thumbs.
Yep, Tybalt's doing Search the Skies right now. I believe this is an Esper.
And looking over at FieryBlizzard, that map where Shiva and Ifrit are in the vanilla, that floor is just littered with bones. It's kind of grim.
Yeah, that's where Kefka dumped all the bodies of the Espers, unfortunately.
Kefka, come on.
This game has a lot of dark themes, and unfortunately we can't go into a full discussion about that here. There'll be maybe for maybe our own podcast for that. But there's a lot of dark tones and themes and very mature instances in this game that you can always dive into another time. But that's gonna be unlocked for Tybalt at 6 characters, 9 Espers.
Playing,
and also,
revisiting, a couple years back when I got my Game Boy or my Switch, and I started revisiting these old Final Fantasies. It's Final Fantasy has really it's not just in the mechanics, the interactions of weapons and abilities and all that, but also the storyline is gripping. It's really and it's also good humor. It's just a fantastic balance. Just an incredible game.
That's why there's a lot of people who put this in the top 100 games ever made across all things, and that is KT Skip for FieryBlizzard.
We got the bum rush.
Well, Tybalt goes for a bum rush here.
It takes to learn. I tell you what, if I could, I'd spend 40 seconds of my afternoon to learn how to circles around people.
Yep. So Blitz is kind of cool in this game. It is pretty much like Street Fighter, where you have to roll the D-pad to do certain combos like that, kind of like Ryu and like that for the Aura Bolt. It's direct connection both there. It does take a little bit of time, but this will guarantee Mog and Gogo to do decent amount of damage. However, FieryBlizzard did retake the lead here in a big way because they actually got Skip, and he's going right straight to the switches. He's not going to run through twice. He has confidence in his characters that they can solo the two side statues bosses. 108 even is the dive in here with the Skip. So FieryBlizzard out to a huge lead now because Tybalt is nowhere near Skip, I don't think.
So it seems everyone has kind of like their own most hated statue boss. Do you have one, Saberwolf? Which is your
Naru's
which one do you like least counter?
Naru is not gonna like this, but it is Goddess for me. It's mostly Goddess in a situation where she is a normal like random fight, and you're all forced to be on one side of the screen. Because Goddess fight is on Goddess fight is a pincer battle, and if you face her like in a side battle, 109 even will call it for Tybalt there as he dives in, but without the Skip, unfortunately. So he's going to be about 4 or 5 minutes behind now on FieryBlizzard at least, due to the Skip versus non-Skip. But yeah, the Goddess and having to fight everybody on one side of the screen, there's certain attacks that she does that it just really hurts. And speaking of which, Goddess here in the middle lane, we'll have Setzer up against her. We don't really have to worry about much because Offering does negate the Protect Me. So it doesn't matter if you use the fight command there.
Yep.
He does get around that.
Token. Yep.
Did not
As you mentioned before in this Doom flag set, we got it's a lot of big swinging big sticks, which makes Goddess a little spicier. But yeah, offering
no.
just is whatever, dude.
Okay, so Tybalt accidentally set up the team wrong there, it looks like. So we're going to call it 110 now. Looks like they messed up the ordering of their team. Wanted to make sure Mog was in the right side there, because Mog will have to fight 3 bosses from the beginning of the tower here, as these dice rolls would definitely take out Goddess there for FieryBlizzard. But Mog guaranteeing to do quad 9s with that Bum Rush ability wants them to face off against more bosses.
And speaking of Bum Rush and Spring, in the final fight, the 4-tier Kefka fight, it does matter having targeted damage. Bum Rush, I think, right, is you don't target an enemy, it's random, as well as the Offering does the same thing, so you can't just throw all your dice into one basket.
Yes.
Especially on the tier 3 and tier 4, I think that can that's something to consider.
Well, mostly it's tier 1. It's mostly tier 1. That's a worry because you need to take out the order of long arm, which is the hand closest to the right hand, the head, and you have to take out the head before you take out. Okay, sorry. You cannot leave the head last, is what I'm trying to say. Because if you leave the head last, it's going to do an earthquake attack, and it will kill your entire team, most likely, unless you have float.
It will.
Now, if our 2 players learned float at some point in this, they should be okay. They'll negate the earth attack counter. But yes, you are right that the whole not being able to target what you want to hit thing, that is definitely true. Also, by the way, we are seeing also that fixed dice on Setzer much better than VK is. With the cat scratch. Or he's not even using cat scratch, he's using fight command, actually.
I just when I'm watching these races, I just love when commentators go off on each other about, these dice are good. No, they're not. Yes, they are.
Oof.
Love it. One of those divisive items. Or divisive or controversial or
Well, it's one of
somewhere.
those things like, do you want to wait for the animation of fixed dice for every single roll you make? Or you want the quicker and stealthier, like, VK knife, which can do higher damage at lower health and kind of be comparable, consistent damage versus fixed dice where Tybalt's doing 2,000 damage, FieryBlizzard was having rolls of around 1,000. So technically Tybalt's is doing more consistent damage versus Fiery. But if you get those big rolls, you get the cat scrap proc, you're doing quad nines every single swing. And that's really hard to argue at that point.
It feels super good. It really does feel like God's on your side when the fixed dice are rolling for you.
This is probably the worst fight Tybalt could have gotten. Not because it's a difficult fight, because it is a time-consuming fight. We can say now that Tybalt's probably now 6 minutes behind. Fight. This is an extra minute that he has to wait. Because this is a timer fight. The timer is preset at the beginning of the fight on how long Resopass is going to show up. So, yeah. So this is just a time waster.
But you know, like those 4 tiers, you know, the final 4 tiers, even when you're going in feeling confident, those tiers, any one of them, and throw you for a loop, you know, and which makes it like so exciting for us to watch.
Yes. It's just seeing our runners suffer is better for us.
We definitely still have a race. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
By the way, boss fight number 2 here for FieryBlizzard, fighting the spicy chicken. Oh, that is scrap metal. That is not good to see.
Don't do shrapnel, people. Stay away.
So FieryBlizzard reset there because he was not seeing the good dice rolls out of his Shadow. Shadow able to use the fixed dice, moved around the offering off of his Setzer onto the Shadow to try to make that fight a little bit easier. Okay, he's going to move over the
it seemed
jacket too.
To me it seems like I gather that really I know again, like I said before, everyone's got their own favorite least favorite statue, but it seems I think most people that spicy chicken just too spicy. It's just too spicy.
Now, Tybalt's taking these extra dragons climbing up the tower. I don't know why. They don't really need them. Other than maybe to get more levels onto Go-Go to try to get their bomb rush damage up. Oh, goodness, double quick. This is bad.
How close is Tybalt to the check stick?
I think Tybalt's okay here. No, he's not okay. This is very bad.
Oh.
This landslide might bring him down in a dead.
That's deep. Landslide bringing him down.
Yeah. By the way, Red Jacket switched in for you having to revive Sabin and move the Red Jacket off of him. That negates the fire damage that Spicy Chicken does. So this increases the survivability of this team, which is why he revived Sabin and moved it over. So.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't seem like we've seen a whole lot of like elemental negation or absorption or protection.
Yeah, we don't see much of it. We didn't see any of the shields really in this run, so we are going to be a little worrisome because we don't have the shield breaking capabilities. Now we have Illuminas, we have fixed dice, we have VKs. We do have plenty of other damage things that we can do. So it's not horrible, but yeah, you're right. We do kind of need that elemental negation.
Best defense is
good offense.
Crazy good offense is an Illumina offense.
Well, in most cases, I mean, unless it procs Girl on tier 3, but we'll get to that when we get to there. As FieryBlizzard does take down statue number 2, one more statue remaining on their checks here to get to the final Kefka.
Oh, who's it gonna be? Let's
I
get our
wonder.
guesses,
Oh no.
in the chat. Who's the last one gonna be?
Well, it is going to be the mascot Doom of this flag set.
Yep.
Which is going to be met with looks like bum rushing. Oh no, that's right. Mog doesn't have bum rush. He does have Illumina though. So, oh no, we got them all. So we're at never mind. We're switches now. 1755. So yeah, on top of the 5 minutes.
Alrighty, chat.
Behind,
Let's get
so
ready to
7 minutes. Yeah.
Let's play the game where we guess how long it's gonna take.
Yep. So in the chat, put down the time you think how long it's gonna take. Yep. Now the time starts
no
when you hear the
$1
gong.
guesses.
The gong, yeah.
Maybe that pesky head will quake him out of there.
Wow, Sakura going low. 6 minutes, 30 seconds? Really? Wait, Strago? Wait, you put Strago in?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, of course, Strago.
I don't think he meant to put
favorite.
Strago in. Did he?
I mean, he has been using Strago for a while.
Oh, Strago with a Ragnarok. Okay, I didn't know that. So, we're at the first tier of Kefka. This is tier 1. This is a 3-headed beast. You got the head, the right arm, and the left arm, which we call long arm and short arm because you only see a fist on the short side. Now, this is what we're saying about multi-targets here and rolling really high damage. Now, what you want to do is you can... long arm you can kill with insta-death, either break, you can use show, or you can use X-Zone, stuff like that. In a short arm, it's actually weak to water, and that's what you want to leave last. It does counter with a big punch when it dies, so you got to be careful of that. Head, you want to take out second, really. It is actually weak to fire. So there you go there. Head's down, long arm's down. All we have left is fist. Fist is going to counter with big damage. Oh,
and we really, because in this flag set, the dead checks, we see a lot more big sticks than we see, Minerva's, snow mufflers, things of that nature. So, this first tier is I think pure, mostly physical, which if you're only wearing your leather jacket or your Sunday best,
nice
might take a little
interceptor block.
damage.
Sorry, nice interceptor block coming out of Shadow there with the countering that last hit damage there. And we move on to tier 2. Now, tier 2 is 4-headed beast. You have Tiger there, but it's just coming into screen there. They deal a lot of nasty damage. Bluey guy sitting on top of Tiger there. They counter with 10 hits when they die. Not really a big deal. They're probably the weakest of the 4 of these. Right in the middle of the screen, and all that menagerie there is called Tools. They're actually weak to insta-death. You do want to kill them first because they also have a lot of nasty attacks, a lot of nasty AoE attacks that can really bring your party down. And on the backside, facing away from us, the kind of Kefka guy looking backwards, he is called Magic. He's actually weak to Mute, so he's actually weak to Siren. But I don't think FieryBlizzard even cares. He's like, I'm just going to smash things and break things.
Hello?
I hear you now.
Oh no, the video download was canceled. Please try again. Error number 1000. Yeah, so like you were saying, that Magic is you can just tell Magic to shut up, mute him, and not have to worry about him. Also, Tiger Head, like you were saying, Tiger can zombify you, can be a bit problematic. But I believe he's also susceptible to stop, which you don't see too often, but every once in a while. So you could, mute one, stop the other. and really only have a couple of these to worry about.
Yeah, you see Strago moving there into the back row now to defend against those 10 hits coming out in a little bit here. But once again, FieryBlizzard not even worrying about doing the disables like Mute and Insta-Death here. He's just going to roll the dice, smash things, and really get through this fight, so...
Yep. Do either of that FieryBlizzard or Tybalt what you know, it's the upcoming tier Calmness. Do we have what's up? What
I will get there. But
protection.
did they have Calmness protection?
Luminous.
I don't think they have Calmness protection actually. I didn't see Life 3. Life 3 does actually cast through Reflect, believe it or not. But I did not see Fenrir, I didn't see Gollum, I didn't see Life 3, and that is unfortunate reset there at Tybalt there on the Poltergeist fight there with Shadow. I don't think he moved the offering around to Shadow for that fight, and he's actually going to try to go for Doom fight there on the right lane, as FieryBlizzard does go to the next tier, tier 3 here for the final Kefka fight. Now this is only a two-headed beast. The bottom section there is called Sleep. The more damage he does, the more agitated he gets. And he gets to a certain point where he's going to cast Meteo on your entire party, and it could really ruin your party's day. A lot of runs die right at this point. And then behind him, floating above the Sleep's head, is what we call Girl. She has 9,999 HP. She absorbs all the elements, so she's only really weak to physical damage. So actually, Illuminas, as long as they don't proc, we're okay.
And in this tier, there really is a lot of thought to be put towards, you know, like a balance of the HP total of both and Sleep, you know, because you need to get Girl down, otherwise she'll just heal them both up, or bring Sleep, you know, back to life, as well as, like you were saying before, you know, there's like a certain threshold where Sleep will start throwing meteos around, or so something considered, you know, like a balance that needs to be struck.
Yeah, so we're counting the damage here of how much damage to do, and then we're gonna finish off with with Fixed Dice. Fixed Dice doesn't quite finish the job. Didn't get the Cat Scratch proc off either. Meteo does come out. Didn't do too much damage here. Revivify does heal up 5,000 HP, but it's not enough as a second Meteo comes out here for FieryBlizzard. That's going to do a lot more damage to the party here. We need to get Fixed Dice back out again.
FieryBlizzard on FieryBlizzard action.
Okay, Fixed Dice coming out again. Low roll. No Cat Scratch proc. Very low roll. Horrible rolls. Oh no, this is going to be another Meteo coming out soon. Nope, Calmness comes out instead. Blocked by Mog. Second Calmness. Evaded by Strago. We get through with no damage toward party. All right, chat. Here we go. Game 3 of the 3-game series for Glorying Triads Tournament Finals. Team Minerva versus Team Doomgaze. Both teams are currently at 1 win apiece. FieryBlizzard can win this for the team and win this event with his final fight with Kefka. And by the way, FieryBlizzard's luck continues with that double evaded Calmness. I'm just saying that too. So the damage that we have, I don't even need to describe about what we need to do for this fight. And now we're getting the big rolls coming out of Setzer now. We're probably going to avoid Fallen One. We're doing so much damage here. Yeah, straight into Goner stage. So at this stage, this is where we're going to dump all our damage.
Or like Fallen None. Hey, anybody?
Dice rolls coming out. Not great dice rolls, though. You need a little help. Rag from Strago does it! Kapow, kapow! FieryBlizzard wins the match and helps win the tournament for Team Minerva. Team Minerva is your 2024 Warring Triads Tournament champions.
Oh, hey, there's so many GGs in the chat.
Official final time 1:27:11.
Team Minerva, baby!
oh my goodness. I'm getting a real poor workout with this all this gufawing.
Oh my. And we'll see if we can get FieryBlizzard in the chat. And actually, anybody for Team Minerva can actually jump in and chat about the whole series if they like to here in a bit, if they like. As another Strat Metal comes out again onto Shadow with another reset from Tybalt, unfortunately.
Good to see it happen, folks.
But it looks like Tybalt's going to be a good trooper, and looks like they're going to try to finish out this run here.
Again, you know, it's like these racers are just really top notch. The bee's knees, and putting up just like a fantastic show. I wouldn't even care to share how long it would certainly take me to get through any one of these.
And before we bring FieryBlizzard
really great performances today.
Yeah, definitely. And before we get FieryBlizzard in the chat, from the Commissioner, Double Down, one of our admin from our community, he says, congratulations, Team Minerva, and GG to all the competitors who participated in this event to make this event an exciting competition from start to finish. Special thanks to those who participated on the restreams, and a huge shout out to my fellow event admin who helped every run event very smoothly. So great kudos there from our commissioner for this event. And now we bring in FieryBlizzard into the commentator booth. GG, Mr. MVP, 9-0 for the series, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Force of nature, an actual FieryBlizzard.
That was
Oh, how do you feel?
I apologize in advance for Jack. I saw he popped into the restream room as I was looking at the Discord, so I assume he's already got his word in.
Yeah. He ninja the commentator room really quick and jumped out. So
yeah, it was certainly an interesting seed. More interesting than I would like. I think a number of us I'm now added to the list of people who have gotten doomgazed. So
I mean, we saw it coming before you even went into Narsh. I mean, so that's up. Well, okay. So going back, we're going to mention this because Tybalt is unfortunately struggling on all three statues right now. They've been kind of stymied on there for a while. But the big moment, there's two big moments of this whole race. Number one was Tybalt wiped to Doomgaze and did not save. He saved inside Zone Eater. Was the last time he saved. So he lost approximately 3 or 4 minutes of his run that he had to redo again.
okay, that he's done worse, as at least two people in this chat can tell you. So I was afraid you were going to tell me 20 minutes, which I've been like, oh.
It was a bad reset. But,
yeah.
but the saving grace was the second biggest moment of the event was he found Celeste before you did and was actually able to take the lead at one point at 6 characters, 8 espers. When you had 6 and 7. So he did make a huge comeback, finding Celeste. I think he got all the espers in Magitech facility to catch up. So, and of course this Celeste spot where you found the last esper you needed for unlock. So that's what helped him catch up.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Rudy references were made.
No, it felt bad, by the time I was going up to Phantom Train, because I had 6 characters, Gal wasn't really going to unlock too much. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I just need espers, and the only checks I had were the worst burning house I've ever seen in my short time playing this game, Ebit to Rock, and Fanatic's Tower, which obviously has an Esper, but it's Doom Flag, so I'm never going to go up there. So, like, it was sort of going back and forth. It's like, do I take Celeste? I was looking at my check count. I'm like, yeah, I just need to take it because all the rest of the checks besides Mount Cold is just bad. So it worked out like that, but it was sketchy in the middle of there. It's just like,
Oh, jeez.
come on.
So I do have like a question that I've kind of
dude.
been wanting to ask the racers for like a long time now, in regard to suplexing the train. So both of y'all today suplexed the train, and
Good.
I'm curious, do you have like any like do you always do you sometimes not do it? Like, what factors into that?
Knowing I have
No,
a
it's
Blitz
just a
user.
suplexing train question.
The big thing is
Okay.
knowing I have a Blitz user. Sometimes that isn't apparent until after I cast Doom or something like that. I feel bad. And then obviously if it ends up being my Blitz caster and Phantom Trains at, say, Fubaba 3 and Mobliz, you're just not going to be able to do suplexing. If I have the opportunity to suplex a train, I will. And you saw this if you watch back my last race. I will miss input sometimes, or sometimes the input will go poorly. I will cycle through and make sure I suplex that train. So, no, I mean, it's that and petting the dog. It's, they're just requirements.
Well, yeah, speaking of petting the dog, Tybalt did redeem himself from by removing "quote unquote" the dog in the Cave in the Veld last race.
Wait. That wasn't Tybalt. That was Scarcer.
Scarcer did it. I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
Scarcer.
Yeah.
Well, he was the other runner in that race, but yeah.
No, I was. It was my match.
I've done every single one of these races for 2 weeks. They're all merging together. I'm getting seed bleed right now. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I understand certainly.
It's like trivia. These points are, it's like I will say, again, as like an audience member, it's that's just like another part of like watching these races, or like that it just makes it super like engaging and fun to watch, and I just love it. Sorry to any trains out there, if there are any trains in the chat, like nothing personal, but
They probably deserve it. No, they definitely deserve it.
cut it out. I'm too tired to laugh so much. Yeah, about your seed, like what were your like favorite, like for yourself, like personal like highlights, low points? Were there any instances where you were slapping your forehead or anything like that, cursing the gods?
Always Go-Go's check. I hate it. I don't know why I checked it. It was a waste of my time. But no, it didn't.
They say, people say follow your go-go, but maybe sometimes don't.
It seemed a bit interesting. For a little bit I was playing with a VK Stray Cat, and then eventually I was like, this is kind of dumb because I bought fixed dice for a reason. So a little bit of hitting, feeling bad there, going or pivoting to that too late. Lots of strength espers though to get everyone else online. And then the other thing was just, wiping the Doom Gaze, but honestly, it was just Gao for a 7th character, and it's like, the only reason why I took Kanan at that point was maybe some levels, and it's about the same just to walk down. And once Doom Gaze showed up, I'm like, I'm not even remotely interested in this. But yeah, it sort of played. I got more big sticks in this seed than I normally do in a Doom seed. The 2 snow mufflers were nice as well in the basement, and then I'm glad I opened the box in Imperial Camp for the offering because that was pretty huge.
Yeah, we saw how you took that really roundabout way, getting to that katana soul, that monster in a box in the camp.
No, that was a fancy way. He just jumped over a wall and stuff. He was just showing off there.
That was slick.
Action hero stuff.
Yeah, fun stuff like that. But yeah, really, it sort of, yeah, in the middle it's felt a little bit bad. The fanatics, or the not fanatics, the burning house, but it's just like, you know, how many once I saw both enemies, I realized, wait, I can't actually run away from this after that smoke bomb. I'm like, wait, I probably can't run away from Telstars either. This is like, yeah, no, this is just get me out of here.
Yeah, yeah, that was kind of a
Were there- were-
lose there.
So after Tybalt's super unfortunate no save time loss, there was
Nice job,
a bit of
Tybalt.
chatter
Let's go.
about keeping level-headed and not getting tilt. Did you have any issue with that? Were you feeling pretty, like, for the most part, pretty cool-headed?
After the third bridge fall in Go-Go, I basically just had to tell myself, and luckily, you know, I'm not on a live mic. I had to tell myself, it's like, just don't get tilted. Like, everything else was fine before this. Just, you know, sort of keep steady. But there was definitely a moment just going through Go-Go's cave as there normally is. I mean, that's just racing, right?
But
You're always going to have those moments. And then, of course, the realization seeing Gallic Cannon also brought us, like, I didn't need to do Floating Continent because it was just a Strago and a couple Espers. Although Espers are nice, it's like, huh. Like, all the characters are just right there, and then you see Celeste and Phantom Train. I'm like, wow, Floating Continent really, honestly, not worth the time.
Yeah, and Tybalt did not do that either. And I want to say to folks that are still with us here watching the stream, we are going to raid Multithon after this race is over. Once again, Multithon will be participating ourselves tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern. We'll be showing off the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide variation of Archipelago. It'll be a 2v2 multi-world race. Where our runners will have characters, espers, or items that might go to their teammate, not necessarily themselves, and vice versa. This marathon is to benefit Blue Path Service Dogs, which provides autism service dogs offering safety, companionship, and opportunities for independence. Again, we're going to be rating them in a little bit, and you can watch more Worlds Collide action on that during that event at noon tomorrow.
And for those people who are interested in the Archipelago multi-world, it's a lot of fun. Play it with your friends, play it with a group of people. The Worlds Collide Discord also runs an AP weekly, so feel free to hop in on that too.
And speaking of friends, I would encourage y'all to, like, share these videos, or, because it's, it's like, I just, for me, like, jumping into this, like, I tell you what, like, my dad and my mom are, like, trying to get Twitch accounts just to watch their baby boy or listen to their son tell bad jokes online. But even, like, I have, like, my coworkers, Lyle, Andred, Myron, hey guys, like, they've just been, like, so cool, they've coming in and watching these live races, and saying hey-o to their favorite juicy loot. So yeah, it's like, it's just an amazing, I know I keep saying how awesome this community is, but it's cool. Tell a friend, share it, pay it forward. A bit of a ranter when I get going.
No, you're good. You're good. And for those of you that have never done Worlds Collide before, we do have a link on our Discord and on our website too. It's called Moogle's First Seed, where you can actually, it is a set seed, and you can actually have, and has a video next to it, so you actually can run next to one of our administrators side by side to learn where the checks are, how the runs are like that. We also have a helper tool that's going to be in the wiki that tells you which characters go to which checks and like that on an overworld seeing map. That's also coming out soon to help all of you learn how to play this game.
And even, after like watching these races for the past 6 months, even just like replaying the vanilla game, there's just, this game is so deep and so complex. has so much going on. It's just like so yeah. It feels like almost every race you hear someone say like you learn something new every time. So big brain to get wrinkled.
I want to see Tybalt close this out. Come on.
Yeah, Tybalt, again, having a really rough luck with the Doom Gaze reset, had a rough luck at the statues, is being a trooper for all of us. Give him a shout out, give him some love. With all of our runners, we'll post actually their Twitch right there. Tybalt2010 is also on Twitch. Make sure you give us some love afterwards for really sticking it out and completing this run.
Absolutely, Tybalt's just like a super cool dude, and in these FF6 Worlds Collide, you do like everything right and still do everything wrong. Like sticking through and like so this is these racers that we're watching are just like fantastic at this. And sometimes the universe just throws you 111 fixed dice.
That is for sure. Snake eyes. Oh, don't freeze us. Don't freeze them.
Snake.
Okay, only go. Okay.
Like,
I don't know if Matriarch can unfreeze. I don't think it can. But we can't even cast fire on our team because we have Reflect on, so.
I
think fire is the setting your party on fire is the only remedy for being frozen. Yeah.
And time.
Aside from time, yeah. What is time?
I don't know, but it's running free. So, by the way, thank you for Fiery for letting your game continue. I appreciate that in the background.
Anyway.
I mean, Tybalt and I know each other pretty well, so it's always a pleasure to race him in this and other games as well. So it's always a
come
fun
on,
time.
Fiery, throw some shade. Throw some shade at Tybalt.
I do that enough on a
No,
different
no.
Discord.
Let's gossip.
We do that enough on a different Discord. Or when we do multis.
Cool.
It's out there if you know where to look.
I do want to say that the influx of Final Fantasy IV players we had for this tournament was a great experience too. You guys are definitely a cool crew, and joining us on this community too has been really a pleasure as well.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. Although I think after this I gotta focus a little bit on FF5, but
Oh, okay.
kind of been ignoring that in the background career day. So, but no, I mean, yeah, Possum's talked about it when he's on comms. We're all sort of hanging out in the same Discords, and so a couple of people were picking it up, and we all sort of decided to join in. And so it was a good experience. I really do enjoy this format because it seems a little bit more laid back, and everyone gets to participate and contribute. And with that, it's like definitely have to thank my teammates. Jackamus again. Apologies to the rest of the community of making Champion Jackamus a thing again, and Nobody War as well.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that. We really thank you for that.
Doomgaze tried its hardest for both of us, actually.
By the way, for talking about the community playing together like that, our next event will probably be Ultras League again. We do take about a month or so off between events to give better a break and shift gears. But Ultras League is a really great event. We break it into 4 different tiers. Tonic, Potion, Elixir, and Mega Elixir. Mega Elixir being the top, Tonic being our newer players to the group. So you will be paired with like level players. So it keeps the competition pretty level and everything. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you keep an eye on the Discord on when signups will be for that. Signups usually go out about a week or two before the event starts. So be sure to keep an eye on our Discord again, FS6WorldsCollide.com/Discord. Please be sure to join us in there in that welcome center. So,
can I request check scaling? That's actually I enjoy check scaling a lot more than the UL scaling. But
yeah, I'll also note that Ultras League is our quote-unquote standard flag set. We do adjust it slightly each season to tweak it a little bit one way or another. But Ultras League is, I guess we accept it as our standard, I guess you could say, flag set. So.
Although you can still occasionally roll statues on statues.
Yeah.
What is UL scaling?
It is
2.
character Esper and Dragon times 2.
Yep.
So it's kind of interesting, right? When you think about the Warring Triads versus this. If you play an Ultras League seed, you already start at scaling level 6 essentially because you start with 3 characters, whereas there isn't scaling to start out with in in the Warring Triads. There is EXP scaling, but other than that, the HP totals are low to start out with, so it works out pretty well. This is scary because I noticed that Tybalt also didn't have any. He had 1 Phoenix down left.
Yeah, so who we have on screen is left, and Girl is still up right now, and double Meteo.
Dodge.
Okay, didn't kill Shadow, but Shadow hits the wrong. Okay, Girl must be
that's
down.
not an offering on there.
No offering a Shadow. Offering is actually on
Again,
Setzer. Setzer is down. We cannot bring him back. Bomb Rush coming up for Mog. Again, we also have no Calmness protection during this run. Calmness does come out. Block from Mog.
Block.
Double Calmness. Double block! The run continues!
Tybalt.
He's got 1 Mega Elixir in his
Bomb
pocket.
Rush. Sorry, I think my
Sabin and Celeste comes into the fray now. We'll see if we have any leftover, like Illuminas and such, that maybe our 2 other players can have. Did he? I don't know. Did he blow his Mega Elixir already or no?
I don't believe so. I thought I saw it in his inventory.
Okay, so we still have counter to Fallen One. So the run is still alive, guys.
If you were to have a character in your party skill, this final tier Kefka can steal a Mega Elixir, right?
That's correct. Yep, if we had capture or steal. That's a proc coming out of Shadow. That's what we want to see. By the way, I will say, FieryBlizzard, your Shadow doing like 6,000 damage, like 20 minutes into the race was disgusting. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I think 3 of the first 4 Espers
cool,
that I
dude.
got were Strength plus Espers.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad I didn't wait to do Opera House Dragon.
Oh, how about that cat scratch? I'm gonna clear you, by the way, so you're all set to go. How about that cat scratch fixed dice sets are going? Her multiple quad 9s early on.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I felt a little bit bad that I was using a Valiant Knife early on when realistically that would have been a much better option.
Well, I mean, we had the discussion. I mean, you had rules of like 1,000 and such. In his VK was doing like 2,000. But when you hit that multiplier, I mean, you actually were doing way more damage than he was with the VK.
Well, I think on
But
that
still, it
Search
still
the
made-
Sky,
yeah.
I think it was Doom Darts because I accidentally optimized over it.
Oh.
You can't get a free attack here until he does 1 attack, and it's going to either be... Oh, GG's.
GG. Good job completing the
Let's
run there for
go.
Tybalt.
Well, yeah, dude.
Tybalt.
Oh my goodness, this is so much
I have
fun.
got to raise my Discord here. Hold on a second.
Oh, there you go. So Tybalt is joining us here. He'll be with us in here in just a second.
Last
again,
chance to throw shade on Tybalt, FieryBlizzard.
again, everybody who's sticking around, we will be heading over to Multithon here in just a little bit. So we'll be rating them in a second.
Hello.
Dude, that Kefka climb was a treat to watch. One Phoenix down.
Yeah, I mean, the statues. The statues. And then, of course, the one Phoenix down. I'm like, oh, well, this is great. Nobody's got life, which I thought they had. And
All the good Espers didn't have life too, and all the bad ones did.
I was feeling really good until I thought I saved a Kefka
Yes.
Narsh, but I didn't.
Yeah,
And I'm like, well,
my-
Gal's just gone to me at this point.
dude.
I feel that. I got Doomgaze there as well, and I just walked.
I didn't get Doomgaze. I didn't get level 5. No, I just flat out just wiped. And I went back to Gogo's cave. I'm like, all right, fine. Gal does not exist.
Yeah, trust me, the Strago and Floating Continent also
The portal
shouldn't have
wasn't with you
existed.
today, dude.
No, it was not. And I get to the statues. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling good. I didn't really have much for defensive gear that could really be traded around for elemental resistance. I didn't have all the elements covered.
You know, I
Yeah,
think,
no
you know,
ice
I
shields.
only clocked, I think, one Thunder Shield in,
Yeah.
like, early on, and there really wasn't much at all in the way of elemental defense.
Yeah, like it was Snow Muffler, Red
Oof.
Jacket, and Thunder Shield is what your options were.
Yep. That is exactly what I had.
So, Tybalt, I will say though that even though you had that rough like reset on Doomgaze, Celeste was a huge pickup for you. You actually took the lead at one point and was 6 and 8 versus FieryBlizzard 6 and 7 during that run.
Mm.
So you
tell me
actually
that.
caught up and passed him because you got Celeste.
Oh, tell me that. Feel even worse now.
I didn't want to make you feel worse, man, but I
Yep.
I did want to tell you that
Yep.
you were a dog. You fought back.
I did have
Again, there were Rudy references made.
Yeah.
I will admit I did have a Floating Continent EXP though, which I guess you did.
I never touched
Yeah.
Floating Continent.
Yeah, don't touch the burning house that you get from doing Floating Continent with the Strago there. It was Naughties and Telstars, which give approximately 0 XP and you can't run away from them.
I mean, the EXP wasn't really the problem, though. I mean, I had decent gear for like Valiant Knife, couple fixed dice. Eventually found Katana Soul.
Yep.
Found the EXP egg and Thalmassa's relic shop because I know you like shopping there.
I found that out after doing Cave on the Belt pretty late. And then I bought one. I was like, it's probably still worth it.
Yeah, Tybalt, you found that pretty
Super
quick.
early.
Pretty
Yeah,
quick,
like that was
but,
like fourth check or whatnot.
Yeah,
and I was
which,
like,
you know, even after that, that time loss with the no save, you know, definitely like I've seen, you know, like an early experience egg on one end. In the past, I've seen that just actually come through, and just.
and then like the worst dragon ever on the Kefka Tower.
Which one was it?
Dirt.
Oh, beautiful. I was.
I miscounted my dragons. I'm like, where's my image? I need that. I don't have Calmus protection.
Until Magitech gave me both Esper's Need for skip, I was going to be sitting at 21. I was going to take a third dragon for haste at the same time, but ultimately didn't need it.
Oh, even with both dragons and the Atma weapon, I would have been at 21, so it didn't matter. Not 22.
Floating
I have
Continent
a-
has its advantages.
I have a quick question for you, Tybalt.
Go ahead.
So Tybalt, you so both of y'all today, again, with the suplexing a train, both suplex the train, which I love to see. I think everyone does. I'm curious, do you always suplex the train no matter what if you're able to?
Always suplex the train. Always juplex.
Yep.
There we go.
I don't care if it takes longer. It's always juplex.
Oh, train somebody.
Suplex the
I
chain,
think, like,
train,
most of what I've
pet the
contributed
dog,
today
do not
is
Y
the
remove the
laugh
dog.
track.
And we did eventually
don't
get
do
our
that. That's not
Shadow
true.
and Celeste from the hash.
Yeah. I mean, once they hit the statues and they just stonewalled me, I felt so bad after that. Well, I felt decently on pace, and then statues happened.
Well, yeah, and
Yeah, so I'm
FieryBlizzard.
curious. So, like, how... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say FieryBlizzard did have skip as well, though. So they actually, I mean, you felt it was good on pace. You were doing good on pace there, but because he had skip, you didn't have skip. There was approximately a 7 or 8 minute gap there when you got into the tower because of that, though. Before even the unfortunate statue.
He cheated.
Happened, so no.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, Tybalt. So, like, how was your mental health during that, like, big time loss? Were you able to rise to the like calm your nerves and be like, hey, I'm not gonna toss this table? How'd you handle it?
I was really close to throwing my controller for my own mistakes of thinking I equipped something when I didn't. And it's like you get in the battle, you throw the dice once, and then you realize I forgot to equip the offering. Reset and do it again and again. And I'm just super upset at myself for that.
Well, I don't think anybody else is. Like, you still, like, this has been it was still like an amazing race, an incredible finale, and so much fun to watch and be a part of. Y'all are top.
I'm just proud of myself for getting through the tears for Kefka.
I am incredibly impressed by that.
Absolutely.
The double calmness.
I'm the two worst people to calmness. It was just.
This is like staring at it like, you have 1 mega elixir, no Phoenix Downs, and ooh. No, I mean, that was, again, impressive to get through that Kefka climb with what you had in your inventory, and I mean, that was good to watch for sure.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
In terms of like, in terms of like real life experience, you definitely jumped a few levels.
Yeah. And that's the thing is I've only been in the Worlds Collide community playing Seeds in Moogle's first tournament, and even then it wasn't a whole lot. Like it didn't really start picking up until Warring of the Triads or Ultros League 5. So getting this far in the tournament, winning as many matches as I did, and getting this far, I feel pretty proud of myself. I can't be mad at myself. To lose against someone who's undefeated, like I can't. There's no, I'll take it.
You will, as always, get me back in other races, I am sure. We always have some good matches going on, so.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll start picking up Mystic Quest and you can beat me there.
That was the first Super Nintendo game I got as a Christmas present as a young child, and it was the best thing ever.
All right, guys, we're gonna
make that a random.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up here. Tybalt, is there anything you want to mention before we get off the air here?
No, just thanks for putting on this tournament. Thanks for all the restreaming. I know, Saberwolf, you've done a lot for this tournament going on. Thanks for always being there and restreaming and putting on the shows. Thanks to the commentators that all came around during, and the trackers. We may be racing, but you're also part of the show. And then, of course, chat. Thanks for watching us, and me being terrible at the game.
Aw, no, you were doing good. You finished your run. You're awesome. FieryBlizzard, again, shout out to you're definitely the MVP of this tournament. Anything you want to mention on behalf of Team Minerva? Well, Champion Direct is not here right now.
Let's go Caps first off.
There it is.
No, no, definitely want to thank the admins for putting this on. This definitely, as I mentioned before, a fun event. The commentators for obviously providing the commentary to our races, the restreamers, of course, Saber, you've done, as Tybalt has said, a lot of work. The trackers as well, we all have done behind the scenes work. We know how difficult that is, and so I think all of us in Team Minerva and probably the entire community, we thank you for putting this on. And I think both Tybalt and I are looking forward to, future events, whether or not that's Ultras League or something else.
Oh, 100% back on that, Fiery.
Awesome. Yeah, probably Ultras League, I said, is probably the next event coming up next. Probably not for another month or so. We do like a little cool down in between our events, so. But keep an eye out for that, for the signups for that here in the near future, though.
Absolutely. Thanks again.
Juicy, you're up.
Hey, Juicy. Yeah, I guess ditto to all of those wonderful things y'all just said. Again, this is just there's nowhere else I'd rather be right now. Nothing else I'd rather be doing. And I think like I actually I feel like we're doing something important. This is meaningful, and it means something to a lot of people. So yeah, just I love you guys. I'm not gonna cry.
Aw. I do want to do a quick mention. Also, I put up with a bunch of the runners and the restreaming team. Also, want to mention Ceiling Cat also helped us out with the cheat sheet in the background to keep us commentators in line. So we definitely appreciate I always appreciate the cheat sheet Google Doc in the background. That definitely keeps me straight. So I appreciate that. And also want to shout out to all the runners that participated in this event. This was another huge successful event that definitely the audience and the viewers definitely enjoyed. So appreciate that as well. All right, everybody, we're going to wrap this up here. Again, we are going to raid Multithon here in just a few seconds here. Want to mention again that Worlds Collide, is going to be participating in Multithon here tomorrow. Actually, 13 hours away, because it's 11 o'clock at night right now. 13 hours away from the timing of this live stream. We'll be doing a Archipelago multi-world feature 2v2 co-op match, which means some of the characters, extras, and items you get from your game might actually go to your teammate. This marathon event benefits Blue Path Service Dogs, which provides autism service dogs for offering safety, companionship, and opportunities for independence. Again, we're going to give them a little love, a little raid when we get over there. Again, we'll be doing our portion of the event tomorrow at noon Eastern. Once again, I am Saberwolf. Again, want to thank Juicy Lou, Nariliana, Dub Ward, Ceiling Cat for joining me in the production tonight. And I hope you all have a very good evening. Thank you again. Have a good night.